She was attacked by what appears to be essentially a robot.
Admiral. Admiral. Admiral.
Well, hello everybody. Hey, how you doing? It's me, your buddy Admiral Teague. What's going on? Welcome to our stream, slightly delayed. If you're out there, let people know we're live so that they can jump into the chat and join us. I see people are piling in, and please hit those like and follow buttons. It's been a tough day for Outlaw and I, and we had to say goodbye to a friend. I was fortunate enough to be able to go there in person. Outlaw was just at the virtual service. Before we get started on this, Tolkien said it is not a bad thing to celebrate a life lived well, and we did that today quite efficiently, thanks to LDG. Outlaw, anything to say?
No, it was a wonderful service, and a lot of friends and the community came out, and I'm glad that happened, and that LBG was able to pull it out.
And it was also it was kind of tough too. It was kind of tough.
Yeah, I was extremely emotional. I'm still emotional, and
I don't think Bird of Prey would have approved of me taking the day off for this. In fact, I went out there early so I could do this, but I did kick it back so I could be with the rest of the community. Although I want to be known more for YouTube than other things, and known more for being a reviewer of all media, the Star Trek thing was a little bit of a priority, especially with the community there. The Tolkien community and the Rings of Power community, they are actually in very good shape, because this show was universally rejected with a season 1 that had a first episode that was a fucking laugh riot. Did you see the first episode did you watch last year's show?
no, I'm going into this blind as a bat because I know nothing. I just know that it's a shitty ass show, and I'm gonna hate it because I love the original Lord of the Rings trilogy that Peter Jackson made, and the follow-up movies, the Hobbit films. So
and now P.D. Jackson
this
seems
probably
to be
piss
doing
me
a
off
couple of.
more. Let's see if I can't have a heart attack, and we'll probably go into a rant at some point, because if it is as bad as they say it is.
Josh Street is right back here blaming this on you, and yes, this was something he strong-armed me into doing, Josh.
Yeah,
Josh, he strong-armed me into this. He was like, no, you have to watch Rings of Power. And I was just like, guys, for those of you who've been with both of us for this, it's sort of like sometimes it's Bill and Teague's Excellent Adventure, but tonight it's most likely going to be Bill and Teague's Bogus Voyage. This is going to probably be bad. Last year they started out with the line, Bill, it was actually phrased as a riddle, so you have to ask me why. Ready? Do you know why a stone sinks and a boat floats?
You're a dumbass.
Yeah, you have to say why. You have to ask me why.
Say why again.
All right, I'll say the riddle again. I'll say the riddle. This is a very deep Tolkien-esque riddle, guys. But here you go. Do it with me. You ready? I will then ask you the riddle, and then you will give me the answer. Do you know why a rock sinks, but a boat floats? This is your time to say why. All right. So here's why a rock sinks. All right. Hey, Turiel. Hello. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. But you know what? I am so happy now to see you here that it like puts like joy in my heart. Bill, this is the first person that ever subscribed to my channel, and you're back for the 2-year anniversary. I'm so happy to see you, and thank you for helping me, and thank you for being the first person to believe in me. And I value every one of you, and I want to say hello to everyone who's here. Josh Street is here. John the Beagle Dad is here. FKHC 2005 was here first. Congratulations, my friends. Josh Street, I think I said you radioactive. It's good to see you. I'm sorry, guys, about being late. Stan Lee is here. The first person to ever believe in me, Turiel, is here. Let's see. It's more like Bill pouring bleach in his eyes and drinking a shit ton of whiskey to try to forget. He might do this, and we don't have a beam on sound for this show. It's not Star Trek. Hey Cyrus, what's going on, buddy? It's good to see you.
Hey, I got your invite, but I had to get some water and stuff, so I'm here now. How's it going, buddy?
It's amazing that you had mentioned water because I'm trying to do this like setup and payoff with with Outlaw Bill, and it's just not working. So I'm gonna ask you the stupidest riddle in the world, and you have to just be like, why, after I ask it. Ready? So here goes the riddle. Can you pull that off for me?
Possibly.
All right. So I'm going to ask you the riddle. It'll be pretty obvious when I'm done because I'll stop talking. Here you go. Do you know why a rock sinks but a ship floats?
What is it, Mr. Teague?
It's because a rock looks down only beneath it, whereas a ship looks up at the sky. It's got nothing to do with one being made to float and one being the definition of the way things sink. Yeah, rings of power. We got the power. This is so dumb. This is so dumb. This is brought to you by the people who did. Yeah, exactly. Brought to you by the people who did such great shows as Rings of Power Season 1 and who can ever forget their fantastic show. Some of you all love Star Trek Discovery. Oh my God. Thank you, everyone who's joined me. There's like YouTube. I don't know how it's doing this. It seems like X is just kicking YouTube's ass these days. If anybody can tweet out that we're live, it'd be nice to have a few people on YouTube with us to get the stream going. But you know what? That's the way it is. We do watch parties, and then unless they're edited into a commentary, that's it. It's a one-shot deal. So it looks like I'll be tied up for the next couple of days as far as YouTube engagement goes. But 5 watching now, that is great on YouTube. And then the rest of you on X, thank you very much. What I'm going to do is I have to close a couple of X windows. This is going to sound crazy, X. This is why I'm not there right now. I have to close a couple of X windows. And then the only way for me to get into X to watch the X comments, and I will not have seen any of the comments that get there before I arrive, is I have to take the very specific method to get to the specific X browser, which this is housed in. So if you are there watching on X, and I welcome you, I'm saying hi now. And that browser's open, and I'm going to be looking at it, and I'm going to be trying to do my very best, because this is like, this is the beginning of the new age. We've got this going on here, and I couldn't be more pleased to be using all this technology and my two video screens here to look over the StreamYards and the other stuff. Boy, it couldn't be more fun. And here we go, guys. We have a show here that was possibly the most expensive show a minute. I think Mexican Iron Man had it at something like $50,000 a second. I can squeeze by on $50,000 a year. These guys needed that every second. So let's just not forget how just absolutely incompetent and absolutely ridiculous what we got from Jeff Bezos is. Guys, if you feel bad that that you maybe aren't some kind of genius, or that you aren't maybe doing great like doing great like some kind of like billionaire, like you're not sending Captain Kirk into space or nearly space for real, don't feel bad. Jeff Bezos got conned by a bunch of freaking hucksters that walked into his office and spoke in like pig Latin, and he believed it was Elvish. And the people who wrote the show are just fucking douchebags. It is fucking hilarious. Gorilla, you are not chopped liver. You have a wrench in our chat. And I don't. What's wrong,
We get to
Gorilla?
talk about all this stuff about how they essentially are. I mean, I think somebody's got something to pitch in here.
Dumbass three-dimensional monkey ass dummies.
We have several three-dimensional monkey ass dummies in this show. One would be what's up? Do you want to pass, Gorilla? Is that what you're asking for? I thought you were going live.
That'd
But
be cool if anybody
yeah,
else in here
yeah,
too, you know.
we have several three-dimensional.
Torture, right?
A dude in Florida was embezzling 25,000. Damn, I thought that a dude embezzling 25K a day in Florida was egregious, says Churiel.
Wait, but
Yeah.
you're missing out. You had the perfect chance to line up a Florida man, and you didn't do Florida man. Come on.
I didn't do Florida man. I need to get somebody famous like screaming Florida man. Oh, I skipped you in saying hi. I'm sorry, Gorilla. I literally skip you in every chat you read but mine, lol. Do I? Okay, Gorilla's random thoughts.
You know
Let's spend
the
a couple
funny
of minutes
thing,
just
Teague?
concentrating on this. Yes, go ahead.
When Gorilla types in all caps, all I can think is this. Beating to the chest because he's a gorilla. He's got to get it out there. Got to open and bare those teeth, man. He's a gorilla. Don't mess with
I
gorillas,
do
man.
that.
You can rip your head
I
off.
tap in cap.
I'm gonna check. You know what the beauty of editing is if I'm wrong, I can harvest this later. Ready? Hi, Gorilla! And like, I'm going to throw that back at the beginning of the stream. So, and then I'm going to cut this part out. You ready? Gorilla, I did say hi to you. You just missed it. Check the beginning of the stream, right? The magic of
You're
editing.
going to just say it's time travel.
It's time travel. Yeah, exactly. Gorilla, I'm sorry I missed your comment. You're a buddy.
That's what writers are like. They'll just be like, oh, how do we explain what we did? Time travel.
Yep, it's, you know what, we time traveled. I have been all over New York today, so I mean, you know, like, with no further ado, let's just say Tolkien was known for his somber approach. His episodes, his episodic storytelling was like absolutely nil. He had like 3 or 4 to 5 chapter arcs in earlier books, but like they were not considered completed by him. He wanted to flesh them out. Writing Lord of the Rings, they say he wrote the entire story from beginning to end from every character's point of view that had anything really to do with it. So like 35 to 65 different complete narratives from beginning to end, reacting to everything. So he would understand and be able to harvest their emotions when he went to write about it. He had the greatest world building of all time. And he also just claimed in all of his letters to his editor that his hands took control and just did this stuff. So with no further ado, yeah, I love the Wilhelm scream. For the dignity of Tolkien, guys, press JRRT for the dignity of J.R.R. Tolkien. Are
we sure we don't want F's in the chat for this horrendous thing we're about to watch?
You get a JRRT or press F. He was a soldier. Everybody can pick their either one. Press F is considered appropriate because of Call of Duty. And if you look at the link at the top of the chat, you'll notice it's Cosme Browser. I'm going to start and Turiel, how far have we come from me calling play-by-play for Rings of Power Season 1? Hi, Foreigner Belt. Welcome aboard. Welcome to our live stream. Welcome to my pop culture channel, Saving Star Trek's the name. We do a hell of a lot of Star Trek, but I love Tolkien, and I don't like. One thing we always do is if someone's really debasing something we love, what we like to do is we like to harvest their views away from them to take away their incentive to do it, and we all, because they do that to us. And also we like to not let them do it in the dark of night. Like Season 1 is off Amazon if what their message was accurate. They said Season 1 leaving in 3 days, watch now. So I guess they were like, we'll create some urgency. I don't think anybody really cared. Hello to the Sci-Fi Mombi. It's good to see you. It's good to see Radioactive. It's Lord of the Rings. It's like transcendentally related to the actual Lord of the Rings. You're welcome. And it's good to have you aboard. Everybody, hit those like and follow buttons on YouTube and on X. The future and the current king, who knows, the once and future king. That's King Arthur, though. Let's get going. This episode is 76 minutes long, and I think we might have 2. So I don't know how many people are going to be able to hang with me. We're going to start watching episode 1 now. Yeah, a lot of people are
Stan
already.
Lee is in the chat.
I know. Stanley is like, I was just going to put it on, but I wouldn't mind doing a watch along. Yeah. Jump in there. Put the Cosme chat is in the top of both of the chats. You can watch it with us. Let me make sure I put on the subtitles. Again, we are being oppressed, and I apologize to everybody. But the only way I can do these subtitles is goddamn English, a language we fought 2 wars to get rid of and have not spoken in over 280 years since the British left America after the American Revolution in 1676 or whatever it was. The point is, they haven't been in charge around here for a long time. This ain't fucking Canada. But anyway, Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. We got the power, season 2. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and action. And we'll be freely speaking over this. They're not going to be able to make it make sense. And here comes the meaningless recap we've come to expect from Bad Reboot. I have to stop this right here already. Guys, you know what? At 14 seconds, the first lie, they went into this cave, and this is why they have to show you the recap like this. You'd think season 1 made sense. And boy, did we get this guy at a great moment. I have to share the screen on this one. Look, this is our point of view. This is fucking Rings of Power, people. Fucking from Prime. This is last year, right? Brother gave her life hunting Sauron 1,000 years before we joined her. When we join her, she's hunting for orcs, and her people tell her that looking for them for 120 years since they killed the last one, and no signs have been seen since, is crazy. So they should go home. And she calls them all cowards and scumbags and losers for having this well-reasoned perspective. And then they say, she goes, I can feel them now. There's a tempest in me. She says that every once in a while. So she climbs up a fucking cliff with daggers or whatever, and they go into this cave, and she goes, "Ooh, it's so cold in here that our torches give off no heat." And they're like, "Oh, it's the evil. It's all the evil." And she's like, "Yes, it's the evil." So they go inside there, right? And they go, "Oh, this coffin, this stone coffin-like thing is totally covered with ice. I'm sorry, has some is totally like stone covered in frost. It's so cold in here. What can we do to read these letters?" And after saying it's so evil in there that that there's no heat and that it's beyond cold, the cold is cold, the only elves can survive it, and all this other shit, she pulls out a flask and pours simple water onto it, which freezes and shows them the mark of Sauron, which is made up for the show, so they don't have to pay for it. It looks a little bit like LOTR wrist, but it's not. So that's their attempt to make it look deep. So don't be fooled. It's that dumb. We're going to be spending a couple of minutes. Here's the fake mark of Sauron. You got to see it. To get everybody up to speed, this stuff is dumb, and then we'll just roll with it.
What the actual fuck is that?
This is the mark.
Oh,
they didn't want to pay for Tolkien, so they made up their own mark of Sauron. It's absolutely despicable looking. It's bloody and gory and fucked up. No one would ever want to see it. It's Star Trek Discovery season fucking 2. I'm telling you, or season fucking 5. It is so crazy. I've got to stop this for the part where she pours the water.
That's as bad as having lightsabers and using them as flashlights.
They have cut out. They have cut out easily like 8 or 9 minutes of this beginning to make it seem as though it has any meaning or any weight. And also, she was an elf baby, which is like something like we don't have much on, but they have to go there for it, right? Yeah. 1776. I've got to show people this. She's just talked about how evil it is in here, that there's no heat. It's the coldest place in Middle Earth. And that like even fire is super cold in here. And this is what happens when they come across this coffin, that they have to like clear off some dust or something to be able to read it. And she yells that there's a tempest in her, and she pulls out simple water, and that's what happens. That's what happens. Okay, so this is what we're dealing with here as far as stupidity. And welcome everybody. Look, everybody on X, if you go to my profile, first of all, follow me if you want. But in my profile is a Cosme link because it keeps disappearing in X, and I'll make a banner for that. but you can watch this via X. And also, on X, watching on two devices is better than watching on two devices on YouTube. But YouTube, we're up to 6 people. That's good enough. Spread the word, tweet it out. And yeah, we're going to go with this now. 3, 2, 1. You get the level of stupidity. So this proves that Sauron's alive. Just at the minute they were going to turn back if they didn't find one more. So look how fake the CGI is. It's so bad. Fucking Valinor. So she jumps off a ship and she finds a raft right away. Like, you would be made to think this made sense. Now they cut out the part where they jumped off that raft, swam away, and found another raft, by the way.
At least the horses look real.
They're trying to keep the fact from us seeing that a lot of this armor is t-shirts. This is the orc commander. He's the nicest guy of all of them. He's the only commander who cares about his men.
Wait, do orcs look like sickly people now instead of like orcs?
Yeah, you more or less said it. There's what Neutronic calls a meth reindeer. I call him Scamdolf. Either one's fine, but my name for him has been Scamdolf because he's like a copyright, non-copyright infringing way to get to Gandalf. What Bad Robot always does is they're not supposed to use characters, so they throw a character in there who could only be the character. They don't admit it's the character. And then they have it say things that character said.
Stop the press. Are you telling me Jar Jar Abrams gets to fucking hold his hands on fucking the Lord of the Rings fucking shit?
He is an executive producer on this, and we will be counting executive producers because it's ridiculous.
You,
and guys, we do a forensic kind of watch. Stylistically, this show is designed to be this way, but you know what? We can't control it, but we can diminish the effect somewhat. We can't undo it.
Stupid shows. You can guarantee I'm going to gain instant Tourette's. So yeah, I'm going to just be
indulge yourself.
Saying it for little words all the time.
Can you try not to say fuck until we get to it's about 20 minutes, like 5 more minutes before you really go off on it? We'll probably get away with it, but you know what? Let's play some of the things that YouTube doesn't let us play. Here's one of the things that we're not allowed to play on YouTube in the first 15 minutes. We can play it later, but not early.
Why, Spock? Why? All you had to do was pull the trigger.
See, because that's me advocating against sensible Second Amendment rights, according to YouTube, and this
he had a mechanical arm.
Still not a problem yet, but you know what? This one is the only safe one so far.
What does God need with a starship?
But I got one for our friend the M5, if he's out there. It's this.
This unit is the ultimate achievement in computer evolution.
Hey, so let's see what's going on. Yeah, you thought the thread was bad? Oh my God, this is so dumb. I will go back and start getting all the chest and foreign belt is here and Stream Elements. How is Stream Elements? Oh, that's your Stream Elements. Okay, no problem. Guys, if you are a fan of mine, sub to Outlaw. Sorry. If you are a fan of Outlaw, sub to me. We're friends. We broadcast together a lot. He's a great guy. I endorse him. My pal Cyrus is my co-pilot. And here we have tree cancer in Middle Earth. How's that for smart stuff, right? Genius. Let's just show our audience, since we've stopped for so long. Guys, this is what's called tree cancer. We don't know why it's around or why we have it, but the trees have cancer. I remember a while back there was a politician who said, I like coming to your state because the trees are the right height. In Middle Earth, the trees have cancer. So they have cut out the parts where they contradicted all the reasons why the tree has gotten tree cancer, but watch for the reasons why when they get past the recap. And look how much they want you to skip it, over here. But you know what? Despite our every effort, our decline has quickened because this one tree is giving tar, and cows give crude oil. It's not Middle Earth. It's not Tolkien. Now, friends, the reason that the show is being able to say this is because they've omitted almost all information. None of this makes sense, so they haven't bothered to explain it. But they put together from what happened a trailer that looks like it makes sense, even as it's still really stupid. We fucked up the dwarves and the Harfoot so bad last year that all we're gonna do is recap our elf storyline. These rings are all Galadriel's fault. Her and Sauron figured out how to make them. That wasn't very good now, was it? This is so stupidly weird and out of character. By the way, they've recast Adar from last season. All right, so Sauron, who was like a monster by this point, is shown as very handsome, like he was when he was with the Numenorians. God. Sorry, guys. Been a crazy day. Not of the flesh, but over flesh, the power of the unseen. Some nonsense. Yeah, there you go. I don't believe in what he's advocating for, but for the people of Middle Earth, it's fine. By the way, the show doesn't break with this meta. He's shown as correct. Sauron's correct here. Wait, someone doubted Sauron? The orcs are tied to Sauron's will. They don't doubt Sauron. What the fuck? Oh, he's fucking Sauron. He created orcs from elves. They are tied to his will. We see them die at the end of Return of the King when Sauron is destroyed. And we're supposed to believe that some orc is going to fuck with them. They only want what Sauron wants. I think we all know if we research this, it's just pig Latin. So dumb. Bird would never have wanted us to miss this show. He would have wanted us to call out this bad show. What's with all this bizarre edginess? If people enjoyed it, that's fine, but don't call it token. That's all. This is a weird day for me. I'm gonna come out and say it now. I didn't want anyone to know this, but Bill Cyrus, 1 year ago today, I laid my biological father to rest. So it was very strange to be another funeral today.
People gotta stop dying, man.
I'm not going out on August 29th anymore, but yeah, rough day. Uh, Bill, I sent your private chat. Take a look at that one. You might want to take care of that. Just occurred to me now.
Oh, that's not a problem for me. So
I need to know if Bill saw it. Kind of important he does. And hello, X. Does someone mind telling me what the fuck I've been watching for 13 minutes? What is this shit? Story free episode ones are a bad reboot. Secret hideout staple. What the fuck was that? She ran over something in the road. It grabbed the back wheels of her trailer wagon, jumped inside, and we're supposed to believe they're killing her because we hear celery being broken. Is that basically what I got?
Oh, Foley effects.
This is so slow. People are looking at things. It's like North Korean TV. Sauron botched his bid to take over Mordor. None of this makes sense. Bill, Cyrus, anybody read or familiar with Tolkien, even the movies?
Barely the movies.
They're trying to be House of the Dragon here. Like this whole thing with people having sigils,
Familiar
not
with
a
the
big
whole movie-
fucking
all the
deal.
movies.
Hello, Suzanne. It's good to see you. Wes Cagle is here. It's Guerrilla's Random Thoughts is ready to overthrow me. He's got 1970. He's got 1770. Wait. I'm dyslexic, but I'm fairly sure that the United States was broke away from England in 1677. Right? Yeah, there it is. Am I right? That Cyrus, is that 1677?
It's just 1776.
Really? That was when the British came back, right? The War of 1776. Am I? In which way? Is it 1876 or 1676?
You're talking about 1776 for the British, right? Or are you talking about something else?
New York was founded 1665, so I'm assuming that's when the British got here. I mean,
I thought you were asking about 1776.
No.
because okay,
No,
because what was on the screen? I was going off of that. I thought you were asking me what it said on the screen.
Oh, I did. I can't read
specific.
it. I can't read it when I look at numbers like that. Like, especially if they have a lot of explanation points, they blend together and they go out of order. 1625 is established in New York. 1677 is like New York City becomes like kind of like a little more important. It changes. So I think that's when the British leave. I think 1677 is when we throw out the British, and then in 1776 they'd come back, right, to get more tea.
It's been a while, so I couldn't really tell you.
The War of 1812, otherwise known as the First World War. Oh God, they're on another ship that's going to sink. Yes, New York was a Dutch settlement. Yes, absolutely. And really, I got to thank X for floating this broadcast. YouTube, very erratic engagement, not a whole lot of people. Be really great if we could do just a little better. And I have now highlighted every chat. Send me some more. Learn some more New York history. Like that time Spider-Man rescued the city from the Mole Men.
Oh yes, Spider-Man certainly wasn't the Incredibles.
And it wasn't Miles Morales. Miles Morales is Miles Morales. Peter Parker's Peter Parker. And Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Honestly, if I wanted something even more useless than Miles Morales, I would put in an English police officer.
Stan Lee knows about the whole elves on horseback. It's hilarious. Murford Clerk, the chick who's the elf here, when she goes horseback riding, she gets like caught up in it, and also she's also extremely afraid to ride horses. So like she's galloping on a pony on a beach, and it's not too bad, and she looks like she's just getting off sexually. It's so weird. But then the next time we see her on a horse, it's like going breakneck speed, and her face is a mask of terror. And to all of you, my friends, I say Ben and Jerry are filthy hippies, but they make good ice cream. I'm sorry about that one, but I had to buy it.
You gotta get better ice cream, man.
They're filthy fucking hippies. Is it me or does this feel a little Endor? Hey! He's amazing. It's Spider-Man. It's so good to see you, buddy. Oh, the boat sank in season 1, episode 1. Season 2, episode 1 is what we're watching. And let's see what's going on in the Cosme Theater. Is there like a live count of how many people are in here?
What is it with these shows that have to depict a really weak, whether it be fucking what do they call it? Elf, but a weak looking elf. Like what the hell? What? Why?
They were forced to have a feminine looking woman, so they went with a feminine looking man to offset it because they want her to look like the Star Wars outlaw people.
The camera going back and forth over and over is not going to get irritating at all.
So, by the way, her husband, who should be around, is just mysteriously missing, and they're shipping her with fucking Sauron.
I could swear I saw something in the background going down behind her, and then the camera switched to him, and it was in the same exact spot. Kind of a little bit of a goof there.
It's good to see Spidey, and Stan Lee has a few things to say. Stan Lee and Spidey together in the same place. It's amazing.
I haven't seen Canadian Spider-Man in a while.
Spider-Man's dressed for Christmas in August. That was like a big New York area like thing. It's Christmas in August. And I have placed a picture of our pal Bird of Prey 5 in the theater where he joins Cardinal Sin. And anyone who scrolls back far enough will see Cardinal Sin in the chat. In the theater. Look, he's a difficult man. He's getting the other men in line, and he's not listening to the sensible woman. And she's done a few nostril flares. Look for the double coke sniff twitch on her nose. And I just want to say, I'm a man who's found like sort of mean, bitchy women attractive. Like all my friends have been like, "What is with you?" And like the really, really mean with chicks. And like I cannot dig Murford Clark, even though she's hot. She is such an asshole in this show. Guy Landriel is an asshole. Now, since he can walk on water, will he smash in it when he hits it like Legolas would? He should just hit the water and like fucking splay right out and lay on top of it, right? There's so
Needs
much
more
music in
lava.
this episode. There's so much more music in this episode than they had in most of any episodes last season. They're trying to get our. This is like the only time they're going to spend money. Guys, this is as good as it's going to get. So keep your eyes on Sauron in chains being brought to Mordor by orcs and weirdos. He was chained up in Numenor. This is so unrelated to Lord of the Rings in any way. God, Mordor. How can you grow anything there? They just had a volcanic explosion. They must have loved that line. Does anyone think that they were proud of themselves? Yeah, bow! Oh, you blade! And thanks to everyone who's joined us. Did they call this guy Orc Father? Is that because they don't want to have let my people go, so he's Moses? This show is truly horrible. Well, we're just gonna walk around. This character, they won't say who he is, but he can only be Gandalf. So, like, what Jeff Bezos has found out is like they're creeping off what they were supposed to do. And what the fuck is this? But some kind of is that a Morton Joe?
That, sir, is a blatant ripoff of Skyrim.
Yeah. They like that shit. They're always stealing from people that way. Oh, this is exactly the same as the last season opener. Last season, they couldn't find their way because the evil was so strong it made their torches cold and they couldn't see which way to go. And this year, there's some kind of evil confusing them. Wow, because last year's season premiere was like so great, they're gonna like try to copy the beats. And this faction that was not in the catch up, we're gonna see now. We didn't even do I don't even think we saw Don Lemonilis, the Black Elf. The last time he tried something, he killed 3 evil androgynous pronoun people.
Is that supposed to be like a dwarf or something?
She's a non-copyright compliant hobbit, and they just keep driving it closer and closer so that they can't. They're going to try to find their way to make this person a hobbit, but she's not. They use the name of one of the 3 kinds of hobbits to describe them, but it's just used in a bullshit way. Let's be honest.
I am
This
Avatar Aang, and I am earthbending.
Look at this shit. It is absolutely a Harlequin romance level. It's just a magical Harlequin romance. Wait, that's the charm of making from Excalibur. Oh, come on.
I couldn't even hear him. I didn't hear him say that.
I heard him to the point where he goes, Dochiende.
So is this guy like the Ralph Wiggum of Wizards?
Yes. And he's like meth Randier. So Bill, you want to hear it again? Some of it, not all of it, was the charm of making.
I didn't hear anything from Excalibur. And I know that movie very, very well.
All right, so you know Ithras, Mathras, Intel, Duchviende, whatever it is, he's gonna do. Here we go.
I still didn't hear him say a word.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It sounded like it, but it was Elvish. Is this boring enough for you, by the way? This fits our precursors for a bogus journey. It's boring.
I'm not even, to be honest, I'm not paying attention. I'm dealing with other important stuff right now. Okay.
You're paying more attention than you need to understand this. Like right now, the show is trying to tell you that people need food to live. They're spending time on it too. This is so much even worse than last year. Wow. What is he afraid of? The last time you did this scream, you were being attacked, and there was like a napalm strike from God that destroyed all these evil, like, they thems. I don't know what they were.
I remember hobbits sounding like Irish Scottish like.
She's doing it less, isn't she? Actually, she's just the one who's actually fairly good at it. We heard some shit last year that was ridiculous from like outright American black people trying to do the Irish accent. It was like laughable. They didn't hire an actor with the skill and they didn't look it. So, like, if you had a black guy who's a really good actor, I don't know, Denzel, probably come out and affect the accent, but they didn't. There's no Denzel in this cast.
Denzel's too good for this.
There's not even a Diego Luna. This is garbage. I mean, come on. How is he not just like using like some kind of like Tolkien-esque version of the Force to like crush people's heads and like just walk out of there? He's fucking Sauron. He was revealed as Sauron last season. He was not chained and I mean, this is crazy. It makes no fucking sense. Seven people's great, by the way. Thank you for hanging out with me. And over on the YouTube side, I'm sorry, the X side, pretty damn good. I don't know how Outlaw's doing. Kind of a last minute thing. We didn't know if we were going to be able to pull this one off or not. No. Ugh. That made me dizzy. There we go.
Creature's just like, huh, neat voice. He just takes it politely after that. We have a tiny creek. Let's put a big bridge over it. Why not, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I kind of like that workshop though. That's actually really nice looking.
Thanks everybody for hanging. This movie doesn't make a lot of sense. I guess we're making a boat. Elrond's making a boat. Oh, it's cured in the ship, right? Okay, so elves don't age or get old or die, so we have a really old elf. It doesn't make any sense at all. These people should look about the same in age. Bill, is it just me or is this show cosplaying as Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon? He keeps calling her commander. She's a queen. In this show, she's a general. It's just exactly like Princess Leia became General Leia. Total bullshit. So if we could have wrote this ourselves, just like nothing new, and almost no story. Sauron lives. I swallowed his load this morning. Fucking bitch. How is escape not his plan? He's tied up in chains. Wow, she magically figured out exactly what happened. We could have started the story right here. We spent all this time last season building up to these stupid fucking rings. They're made of like an alloy. We had to discover alloys to do it. They were clueless as to what alloys were. There we go. All right, so they're going to just throw a bunch of chapters of the Silmarillion together into one speech here about how they rearranged the geography of Middle Earth. Ugh. That was so young Frankenstein.
In the year 95,
I wish. This chick has been uglied up. She looked a little prettier last time around, but I guess ugly on purpose hadn't fully permeated. But they're not, or they have no skill. She's like lit bad. Here's fucking Femrond.
When you said that, all I could think of was that song, as well as a line from a game. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yeah, I don't know. She hasn't had one of her little moments that feel like it's coming. Here we go. She storms off a lot, and it just works out. She also has like she's exactly like Mikey Spock from Star Trek Discovery. Like no matter what she does, she's going to be right. The show's meta is that she's always right. So she's having a little meltdown here and being a bit of an asshole. This will turn out to be exactly what needs to be done. Yeah, look at this fucking this douchebag seems to be coming right towards him. Good thing he didn't try to get there in a stone. Mark is correct here. Tolkien was very thematically on point. He knew what he was doing. He had both good and bad people. And if there were neutral people, it was usually that there were bad people who were being irresolute, not going all the way, or good people who had been intimidated into non-action. And the only way to redeem yourself is to start doing the right thing. Clearly, nobody told these writers that even Star Trek Voyager couldn't pull off resource episodes. Yeah. It's like The Walking Dead. Okay, let's do this. Outlaw Bill, why would you ever want to delete your channel just because a few people quit everybody's group chat because one person leaked the group chat of another chat for the second straight time? It's the second person. They're not in your group chat. It's not going to get leaked. And I don't see why you should quit. And hey, LDJ, welcome. That was a very well done presentation earlier tonight. When I got backstage and saw you with the 2 ticking clocks going on at the same time, I couldn't believe it. And it was so much work to pull off at once. And having seen that room, it was fairly well covered. The camera placement was pretty good considering. And we got a pretty good remembrance ceremony, and I thought you did a great job as a host too. Great moderating. Sure, Outlaw shares my feelings wherever he might be, screaming into a pillow.
No, I think I need to leave because
Yeah, why are you bummed out about your channel just because a few people acted bad in another chat? So now everybody is quitting a bunch of chats. Do you understand that that other group's chat was so bad that people were afraid to leave, and now that they've had that experience that they got to leave, they don't want to be in any chats? Cyrus is in Cyrus is not in our group chat. He won't do it.
I've had 3 people or 4 people leave my karaoke chat group.
One left before me. Then I left when everyone blamed me because I knew it happened. Then what happened? Right? Sean Carter left all groups. He was going to leave no matter what. Then a long conversation that I said was unnecessary kept going. Then I said that he quit all streams and no one accepted it. It was insisted on that it be revealed what happened. I said there was a bad problem in another chat, and so some people are quitting all chats. And Cyrus, by the way, won't be in my group chat, and you won't be in my group chat. So you're being a little bit ridiculous here. So after everybody killed the messenger, which is what people count on YouTube, I left that group chat, but you and I are still friends. It's not going to stop me from singing karaoke and being your pal, and you're here right now, so who cares?
It will be because I'm contemplating deleting everything.
Why? Because a couple of people acted terrible on another channel?
Because I'm losing it. Everything's lost.
You have 5,000 subscribers.
I might as well be. It matters for nothing.
You know what? The real drama here in the studio, folks, but we are watching Rings of Power. Keep going, buddy. Something just jumped in out of the water. The fuck was that all about? We got to take a look at this one again. We're at 56 minutes and 22 seconds. Let's go back a little more. Why is this bag jumping out of the water at 56 minutes and 18 seconds? He stops. Oh, he's going to throw the bag into the water. And a wave hits his boat from the other side, knocking his bag back into the boat. What the fuck happened here? This makes no linear sense.